The XRP community has been buzzing ever since community voice Abdullah Abs Nassif dropped a tweet labeling this as a potential new market rumor. According to Nassif, there's speculation that the SEC could announce the withdrawal of its appeal against Ripple tomorrow during a scheduled closed-door meeting. So what makes this believable? Well, let's take a closer look. SEC closed-door meeting, a key clue? Tomorrow, July 17th at 2 p.m., the SEC is holding a confidential closed-door meeting at their D.C. headquarters. The official agenda? To discuss settlements of injunctive actions, administrative proceedings, and enforcement matters. Classic SEC language, right? But here's the twist. This isn't just any routine meeting. It includes all 5 commissioners, SEC counsel, and the commission's secretary. The exact same roster that has been present during prior major decisions. Back in April, a similar closed-door session led to speculation around the Ripple case, and not long after, the commission softened its stance. So it's not surprising that some in the XRP community believe this could be the moment the SEC officially folds. Why now? Why withdraw? Let's rewind. The SEC already signaled back in March that it was willing to walk away from this prolonged legal saga. They agreed to an unconditional withdrawal of their appeal as part of a compromise with Ripple. In return, Ripple offered to pay a reduced fine of $50 million and drop its cross-appeal. Seems like a solid deal, right? But the path hasn't been smooth. Judge Annalisa Torres rejected not one but 2 joint motions from Ripple and the SEC seeking a formal resolution. As a result, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse came out last month and stated that Ripple would officially drop its cross-appeal. He also hinted that the SEC would likely follow suit. It's now been over 2 weeks since Ripple fulfilled its end of the bargain, and with this strategic meeting happening tomorrow, the timing feels too convenient to ignore. Pattern of past SEC behavior. Let's not forget, the SEC has a history of resolving major litigation shortly after internal meetings. That's exactly what happened with other enforcement actions against crypto projects like LBRY and Terraform Labs. The playbook is always the same. Hold the closed-door meeting, decide behind the scenes, and release an announcement days, sometimes hours later. The XRP community knows this pattern all too well. But here's the catch. Not everyone's convinced. Former SEC lawyer Mark Fagel chimed in recently to set the record straight. He reminded everyone that these closed meetings happen every Thursday, and that the agendas are strictly confidential. In short, no outsider knows for sure what's being discussed. Still, Fagel also acknowledged something important. It's expected that the SEC will vote to dismiss the Ripple appeal soon. The timing, however, is uncertain. So, even insiders believe this is inevitable. The only unknown is when. Could that when be tomorrow? That's the million-dollar question. What happens if the SEC withdraws? Let's game this out. If the SEC formally withdraws its appeal, the Ripple lawsuit effectively comes to a close. That means XRP will finally be free from the shadow of regulatory uncertainty that's haunted it for years. Institutions on the sidelines could jump in. US-based exchanges might relist XRP without hesitation. And most importantly, investor sentiment would get a massive boost. With the market already heating up, such a move could be the spark that sends XRP on a parabolic run. But if the SEC chooses to stall or dig in further, we may see continued sideways movement, or even short-term sell pressure from frustrated holders. Either way, tomorrow's meeting could offer critical insight into which path lies ahead. So what do you think? Will the SEC finally pull the plug on its Ripple appeal tomorrow? Or is this just another round of empty speculation? Let me know what your gut says in the comments below. And if this deep dive helped you stay ahead of the curve, give this video a like and make sure you're subscribed to TJ Crypto World. We've got more XRP updates coming and coverage on everything from Sidra Bank to Pi Network and beyond. Thanks for watching, and while you're here, check out our breakdown on XRP's $23 price potential through the Valhalla Gate. You won't want to miss it. Stay sharp, stay bullish, and I'll catch you in the next one.